Welcome back to the Makeshift Tavern, and welcome back to another episode of our podcast, Over a Barrel, where Ed and I talk about anything and everything over a barrel.
Love it.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh. So, I remember in one of our previous episodes, we touched on
how I thought Paul McCartney was going to die this year.
Thought Paul McCartney was going to die this year.
Well, not how I thought he was going to die, but the I think he will die. I don't know how he's going to die.
Well, it wasn't necessarily Paul McCartney, was it? It was just one of the remaining Beatles. So yeah, so 50-50 chance it's Paul McCartney.
Yeah, well, you asked which one I think, and I went for Paul.
You went for Paul.
Just felt like the right choice.
Yes, fair enough.
But from that conversation, we decided that we should come up with some Deadpool lists.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And have you come up with yours?
I've got mine. I brought notes.
You've got it? I brought notes, but I forgot to bring my Deadpool notes.
Yeah,
so
right.
I'm going straight from up here.
Okay. Well, for anyone that is watching this from the last podcast, we did talk about how we're going to talk about some connected cinematic universes, but we'll get into that.
We'll get into that afterwards.
We got Deadpool on our mind right now.
Get started with our Deadpool. So for those of you who don't know what a Deadpool is, I guess, it's a list of people we think may get removed from this mortal coil.
Expire
this year. This isn't anything we want to happen. It's just like, who might pass away in 2024?
Yeah, just little predictions, and if we're right, we celebrate in a very morbid way.
Yeah, exactly right. We're going to forget.
Unless the person that dies is just a piece of shit, then.
Yeah.
Then
fuck them. Yeah, we're going to forget about our list as soon as we stop recording today anyway. So.
Well, I suppose I will start with my first. Obviously, Paul McCartney.
As
we previously
we have covered
discussed.
this. Yeah.
So yeah, that's my, in no particular order, but that's just my first on my list. Is Paul
can he be first on my list as well because of what you said?
Well, I don't know. It was my vision.
Vision.
Have your own vision trip about who's.
I've been trying. I've been taking every substance. I've been eating all the cactuses. I don't know which one's the one with the drugs in it.
So, with your non-prepared list.
Oh, you want to do this one?
Oh, yeah, I think we'll go back and forth.
Yeah, we'll go back and forth. Yeah.
Who we got? Who we looking at?
I reckon Dick Van Dyke.
Okay.
I reckon it's his year.
Yeah.
The man is 98.
I mean, he's been running the gauntlet for a while now.
But I reckon he's going to make it to 99, and everyone. I'm pretty sure he's 98. And he's going to make it to 99. And everyone's going to be like, yeah, you're almost 100. And he's just like, bleh. Yeah, so if not this year, then just before his birthday next year.
I feel like it's a pretty safe choice, but I also feel like he might disappoint you.
Well, if it's not him, it's his partner who's half his age.
Yeah, right. Or she's the one that's going.
Yeah.
Off him.
Give me that sweet, sweet money.
Well, we got 10 on our lists, by the way.
Yeah. So I can remember all 10 of mine.
Yeah. You just wing it.
I'll just make it up.
I got 5 guys, 5 gals. So I guess I'll just alternate.
However you want to.
I'm going to alternate. So the first female I have, Shelley Duvall. The actress, The Shining actress.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
the one with the large eyes.
Yeah, the one that really got put through hell.
Yeah.
While filming The Shining, and she's not looking too good nowadays.
Stanley Kubrick was not a fun director.
A visionary, some would say.
A visionary? An asshole, but still a visionary.
But yeah, she sort of got put through the ringer. I feel like she had a pretty rough life since then. And I don't know, I just feel like could happen. Not saying I want it to happen.
No, we don't want any of these to happen.
But it could.
It could.
Just seems like it could.
It kind of feels like you know something that the rest of us don't. You dodgy fucker.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so what was the name again?
Shelley Duvall.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Who else you got that you can remember?
Who else I got that I remember? I remember writing these ones down. I reckon, I'm not sure I'm on the fence with this one, but if it's not this person, it's going to be someone in the same generation, let's say, the same age group.
Right.
But I reckon I'm just gonna say I reckon Zac Efron.
Ooh, okay.
And this is gonna be an absolute freak accident.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be something.
Wild card.
Yeah, well out of left field.
Right.
Like you're not even gonna. It's just like kind of. Like sort of like Paul Walker,
Yep.
just absolutely unexpected.
Yeah.
And you know, he might be like snowboarding or kayaking and something, and a freak accident and just gone.
Well, because he had an accident and got jaw surgery, and that's why his face looks all puffy now. He looks weird now. He doesn't look.
Yeah.
People aren't happy with it. They're like,
Never happy. People are never
broke
happy.
his jaw.
Yeah.
Apparently, supposedly.
Supposedly, yeah, he just had work done.
But yeah, no, he was just in that movie recently, the wrestling movie. I cannot remember what it's called, but it looks good. Yeah, see it. But yeah, okay, yeah, a bit of a wild card. So I'll go to one of my wild card choices.
I've got a few wild cards.
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
Okay.
Don't know why.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think of who I want to put on my list. He popped into my head, and I thought, you know what? Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, there's no explanation. There's no reasoning behind this. It's just whoever I thought of at the time of making this list.
Yeah.
That seemed reasonable, because I thought of a lot of people and I thought, nah, not them. Mark Wahlberg, yes.
I was straining to try to think of things, like think of ones to come up with, and then I had a couple of names pop in my head, and I'm like, nah, that's way too wild card.
Yeah. Or just ones that you just go, I don't want it to happen to them at all. Like, I don't want it to happen to any of them, but like some of them you think and you're like, no. Keanu can't go.
No,
I'm
not going to bring that into this universe.
Like,
I'm not going to wish that into existence.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, who have you got lined up next that you remember?
I'm going still famous artist, but away from the movie scene.
Yep.
I'm thinking possibly, I'm probably going to get his name wrong. I think it's Ronnie. Is it Rodney? Rodney. It's Ronnie Radke.
Oh, Escape the Fate. No, Falling in Reverse.
Falling in Reverse. Yeah.
Formerly Escape the Fate. Yeah.
Formerly
okay.
Escape the Fate. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, just something like, because I don't know his history. It's just something there. Just a little twinkle.
Yeah, well, he went to jail for quite a while for someone's death. I don't know the full details of the story, but yeah, it was like a full situation. Then he got out, and that's when he started falling in reverse.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's clean and everything. Like no drugs.
Yeah, I think he's on TikTok.
He is. Yeah. So if you see this, I mean, we love you.
This is for YouTube, although we might clip it for TikTok.
Yeah, maybe. But I think this is going to be probably like a freak thing as well.
Yep.
Like, he seems healthy enough.
Yeah,
I think
he's on the straight and narrow.
Something that he's just going to have a really bad day and something's just going to happen.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's always tragic talking about this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So moving on to my next one. Going back into sort of away from actors, more into the musical realm, but also tying into my first choice of Paul McCartney, Yoko Ono.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's getting old.
Wait, she's still going?
She's still going. I checked. I had to check.
You had to check?
I thought about it. I was like, wait, did she? No. So I reckon, Yoko, your time's up.
Oh, Jesus. You killed the Beatles. It's coming for you.
It's your time. Yeah, I don't feel too bad about that one, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. If she does, she does.
Yeah, I completely even forgot that she existed until now. Yeah, fair enough. I could say she's already dead.
Some wish she was.
But on that same sort of vein, I guess.
Keep it going.
Another musical artist. I'm going to cop so much hate for this one.
Do
it. If not this year, then the next couple of years. But
it has to be this year, though.
It has to be this year.
Yeah.
But I'm gone for this year.
Right.
But, I'm thinking Taylor Swift's career.
Okay.
So not her.
Right.
And I don't think it's going to be anything, but I don't think she's going to get cancelled or anything like that. I think she's just going to get to the point where she's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
She's just gonna retire.
She could. She definitely could.
Yeah, because she's got an Australian tour.
Yeah. She's got a new album coming out?
I think so.
I don't follow Taylor Swift.
I don't
Sorry,
either, do I?
Swifties.
Yeah, I mean, I used to.
I think I heard it on the radio that she's got like a new album coming out soon or something.
Probably. I think she's doing an Australian tour.
Yeah, right.
And I reckon soon after that, she's like, I'm done.
The
Just hang up
Australians will break her.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that ever again.
Well, she's done it once before.
Yeah, right.
But she's just
Didn't learn her lesson.
she's hit the billionaire status. She's like, I could probably stop.
Yeah.
And maybe move into something else, like humanitarianism. I don't fucking know.
Something. Yeah, okay. Very interesting pick.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
We're doing a wild card.
I got a couple of wild cards,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay, well, going back to my males, my 5 males. This one seems almost inevitable at this point because there's always something new coming out about him and that his health is declining. And I don't feel good about this. Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every other week I hear something about like from his family or whatever, how he's getting worse and you know, he can't like remember things or he's like can't read anymore. Like he just seems like his time is really rapidly coming up. So that one might be a bit of a free spot there.
Yeah.
But I still feel bad about it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But yeah, just I think it's coming for him.
I think yeah, you might be right. You might be onto something there. You might be onto something. Yeah.
I think he's got like dementia or Alzheimer's or something. He's got something. He's losing it.
He's got something neurological.
Yeah, losing the plot a bit, and it's getting to him.
Yeah.
Which is a real shame.
Yeah, it could be like a Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that one's depressing. Move on.
That
to
was
the
pretty
next one.
depressing.
I don't feel good about that.
This one's gonna be pretty depressing as well if I say it. So my next one is a beloved and a classic, Morgan Freeman.
Ooh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, but the question is, if he passes, who's going to narrate his documentary?
Maybe he's already
He's already
pre-recorded.
done it. Yeah. Yeah. His will is him narrating his entire life.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that is depressing. That one.
That's very depressing. Like these are some
I
like
can see it because it's.
these like iconic things that like sort of we kind of grew up with. It's kind of like burying your first pet.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah,
I'm
okay.
sad. We've only just started the podcast.
It's alright, that's why we're getting out of the way now, and we can move into more of the fun stuff after.
Yeah. Depression first, rainbows later.
So moving on to my next one, Cher.
Cher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people think she's a vampire, but I see through that illusion. That age is getting to her.
Even vampires die.
I mean, she still looks good for her age, considering she's old as fuck.
Jesus.
She's never gonna watch this. So.
The one episode she does. She's just like, I'm gonna go and see what's happening on YouTube. Oh, this looks fun. Look at these two idiots.
Hey, any press is good press, you know. Yeah, I feel like she's on borrowed time, so to speak. You know, I feel like she's sucked some souls to prolong her lifespan, and it's her
There's
time's
only
coming.
so much virgin blood left in the world that she can
right.
bathe in.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my next pick.
It's your next pick?
Yep.
Yeah.
You starting to forget which ones you had written down by now?
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember which ones I had written down.
You're just kind of winging it as you
Yeah,
go.
that's how I just live my life, and winging it. But I've got some in my brain hole, in my grey matter, that's swimming around there. I had a really good one. I can't remember that one. That'll come back to me. But I'm thinking, what's her name? Actress.
Yes.
Helen Mirren.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I reckon
She seems healthy though.
she seems healthy, but she's in the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So
And there's a lot of time left in the year.
there's a lot of time.
A lot of
left
time
in
for
the year.
anything to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I like, who knows? Like maybe she could be the next Paul Walker.
I mean, yeah.
she's
Anyone
gonna
could
inherit
really.
the Fast and the Furious curse.
Yeah.
Uh,
Out of all the Fast and Furious crew members.
yeah, I reckon that one's just gonna be like she's gonna be somewhere doing I don't know something like a new movie, a press conference or something, some sort of publicity, and she's just gonna pick up like a cold. She's just gonna get sick. It's gonna be idle. There's nothing, and then suddenly she's in hospital.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then it could be like a Carrie Fisher kind of thing where it's just like, oh no, she survived. Oh no, she's
Up and down.
up and down.
Okay.
If she does go, I reckon it's gonna be a roller coaster.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, my next one.
What number are we up to?
I've got 4 left.
Okay.
4 left. So we're up to 6. This is 7.
This is 7.
Again, I don't feel good about this one. He is an older gentleman, so it's a little bit of like, okay, I can see it could happen. It's not a freak, sort of wild, out my ass call. Anthony Hopkins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Anthony Hopkins.
Award-winning Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
Odin himself.
And Hannibal Lecter himself.
Yeah. I just great actor. But I think his time is coming to an end. Hate to say it, but it's coming.
Yeah.
You can't stay that great forever.
You can't. Like he's been riding that high for years. Like he's had an impeccable career. Like absolutely smashing it.
Yeah.
So
end it while it's still on that high. We don't want to find out any skeletons in his closet. Just let it go. Boom.
Yeah.
Big send off.
Yeah. Just Angels. He's amazing.
Yeah.
We don't want to see him get buried and then suddenly all this shit comes out of the woodworks. Yeah. Wow. That brings me to my next one. Onward. No, I don't think I will. But my next one, similar vein as Hopkins actually, is Christopher Walken.
Oh, I would hate to see that.
So would I.
I would hate to
I
see
would
that.
hate to see it.
Man, he's a legend.
You know what I'd hate to see more than Chris Walken passing away? Is all the little shitty videos of people doing shitty impersonations saying how sad they are that he died.
See, we were doing the Owen Wilson wow before, but we should have been doing the Christopher Walken wow. Wow.
Wow. Yeah. So many of those shitty videos I don't want to see. If he passes away, I'm going to delete TikTok for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Old Christopher Walken.
Old Christopher Walken.
He's getting old, though.
He's getting on. He's getting on, like another stellar career.
Yep.
So, one of my favorites of his is the Fatboy Slim video.
I actually was watching that not that long ago. I reckon a few weeks ago, maybe. Like, super recent, considering how long ago that came out.
Yep.
I don't know why. I think I was just on my computer, on YouTube, listening to like sort of similar music, and that popped up. Listening to Freestyler as well. All that same sort of in that era. And yeah, that video popped up, and you bet your balls I watched the whole thing.
Yes.
So he like dives at the end.
He just absolutely takes a turn. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah. Yep. That's great.
Yeah.
All right. Down to the last 3.
Last 3.
Again, in no particular order, these are. This one is a bit of a weird one, and you might not recognize the name straight away, but you definitely know who this person is.
Okay.
Yeah. Jane Lynch.
Jane Lynch.
Jane Lynch.
The name does ring a bell.
She's actress. Short blonde hair. What's she been in? I think she rose to stardom in Glee. Not that I ever watched Glee. She was one of the teachers, I think.
Okay. Oh wait, are we talking about the?
So have you seen Role Models?
Have I? No.
With Paul Rudd and Sean William Scott?
Nope.
Great movie. Should watch it. She's in that. What else? She's done heaps. I can't even think. Have you seen Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah.
She's the boss lady. Not like she's not a boss, but she is a boss. Like
she's
that bitch.
Yeah. I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah,
she's got that real unique, that voice.
Yeah.
No, I was.
She's got like real dry sense of humor, dirty, dry sense of humor.
Yeah, I know the one.
Yeah.
When we said like, cause she's been around before Glee.
I think Glee is what really like put her in the spotlight.
Yeah, kind of put her in the mainstream.
Yeah, mainstream.
Because there's Glee nerds.
Yeah.
I remember. I can't remember what, but I remember seeing her in so many other things. Like she was in. I'm pretty sure she was in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, I think she's in that. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. But again, real wild Paul. Don't know if I was getting to the bottom of like who else is there out there, and I was just names going through my head, and she just like popped in. I was like, you know what? Why not?
Yeah.
Super out of left field, cool, but I thought, yeah, just put her down. Who knows? Could happen. Again, don't want any of this to happen.
No, we don't want any of it to happen at all. It would be. Imagine if every one of these 20 like happened. I'd feel so bad.
I would feel responsible.
I'd quit right then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's my my number, what, 8? Number 8. We got 2 more after
2 more.
your next one.
Right. So my next one, again, sort of same vein as Christopher Walken, Anthony Hopkins, and all that sort of stuff.
A lot of actors.
A lot of actors, a lot of older, a lot of getting,
Yeah.
you know, not the end of their expiry date, but they've been around, they've been household names for years. Is one from, you know, movies I saw as a child, and he was an older gentleman back then, and you know, I was a massive fan of his.
Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah. No, not when my father was a child.
All right.
Is Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, yeah, okay. So yeah, he is getting old.
Yeah, I saw a clip of him. I don't know what film it was from, and he was looking pretty old. Yeah, pretty rough.
Yeah, okay.
So
I feel like he's too stubborn to die.
Yeah, I think so.
Then we come over and be like, nope.
Even we were just like, some people think I'm going to die this year. I'm not doing it. So yeah, he's one.
Just ignore that.
So yeah, that's my number 8 pick.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Okay.
8 or 9? What are you up to?
Well, that was number 8. We got 2 more.
2 more.
Yeah, because I started. Yeah, I got 2. All right. Well, going back to my 5th and final male celebrity, but moving away from the actor territory, although he has technically acted, if you can call it that. Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, Prince of Darkness himself.
Yeah, yeah.
Part of me thinks he is immortal.
Yep.
Because he has just survived death too many times. But maybe this is the year. Maybe this is the year.
He has, yep.
Yeah. His 9 lives are up.
Yep.
Yeah, it seems like an easy pick. But at the same time, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Would he go that easy?
Nah, I don't think he'd go easy. He wouldn't know what's going on. Probably already is dead. He just doesn't know it yet.
Just a zombie.
He's been dead for years. Yeah. Sharon is just helping him out.
Yeah, Weekend at Aussies.
Yeah, that's basically what the Osbournes, the TV show was.
Yeah. Weekend at Aussies.
Well, in a similar vein to that, now this one is a toss-up between 2. I don't know who to pick because they're both as likely.
Well, is this going to be your last 2 then?
I mean, they could be.
Because you've got 2 left.
I do have 2 left. Should I just announce my last 2 now?
If you want.
So my last 2 is going to be a very similar vein to Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay.
English rockers from the 70s and 80s. 60s actually, I think. Fuck, when did they come out?
Oh, do I? I think I know where you're going with this.
You probably know where I'm going with this. Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, this is the same sort of vein as like they're either never gonna die or they're gonna die real soon.
Can I guess?
Guess, yeah.
Are they in the same band?
Yeah.
Is it Mick Jagger and Keith Richards?
It is Mick Jagger and Keith Richards.
They are getting old.
They are getting there old.
Yeah.
I don't think Keith Richards, anytime he plays on stage, I don't think he knows where he is. I don't think he knows who he is.
He just knows how to play.
I don't even think he's playing.
Probably
He's
not.
just kind of sitting there just holding the guitar and there's someone in the back playing.
Yeah, probably. Weekend at Keith's.
Yeah, we're gonna Keith's. So that would be my last 2 picks, I reckon, is Keith Richards and Mick Jagger.
Yeah, okay.
If I had to pick one, only one out of them, I mean, I can't even do that because Keith Richards, I'd say him because he's probably looking his worst, but I mean, Mick Jagger is like he's got the moves like Jagger. He's gonna keep going. But Keith, he's probably already dead. He's on his 15,000th blood transfusion.
Yeah.
So, I couldn't pick one, so I'm just gonna have to. My last 2 is just Keith Richards and Mick Jagger.
Well, that's your 10.
That's my 10 because their drummer passed away a couple of years ago.
That's right.
So yeah.
All right. Well, we'll end it on mine. It's not as noteworthy as those 2, but I don't feel good about this one. I don't know why I don't feel good about this one, but I just don't. Susan Sarandon.
Yeah, right.
I think she was the last one that sort of popped into my head, and I was just like, you know what? In a weird way, I think she's going on the list. And I just...
That one would also suck.
Just don't feel good about it,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
I don't feel good about any of these.
Yeah. Because, like, and she's looking good. She's looking good for her age. You know, mummy, but...
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry. But yeah, no, I'm just, that was where I ended it. And, yeah, a bit of a sour note. Maybe I should have left Yoko for the last name.
The last one. Yeah, Yoko's number 10. Yeah.
But again, no particular order. That's just how I had them jotted down.
Yep.
You know, the more wild cards towards the end. But yeah, that's my Deadpool. So
let's see. We'll
keep an eye on these lists.
Keep an eye on this.
Not us, just the list.
Yeah, just the list. Don't bring us actually into this. If any of these people actually pass away, don't come at us. We had nothing to do with it. Anyway, on that note, so Deadpool's done.
Deadpool's done. So the other thing we were talking about was we were discussing connected movie universes.
I love these connected movie universe theories.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, you know, this person's, you know, and then, oh, look at this, and
so
you know what a theory is.
There's a lot that are connected via thin threads.
Thin thread, yeah.
But they're still connected. Whereas the one I mentioned last podcast, there's a lot to it. It's a meaty theory. So I'll have to give a shout out to, I believe it's Rhino Stew, was the YouTuber that created this theory, because he was watching Snowpiercer, loves Willy Wonka, and started seeing some similarities, so he dug a bit deep, and yeah, really good theory video. So if you go look up Snowpiercer Willy Wonka Rhino Stew, it will probably come up. Great video. He's going to explain it a lot better than I am about it right now. Yeah. But credit due where it is due. But you haven't seen Snowpiercer.
I have not seen Snowpiercer.
So I'm going to be spoiling it for you and anyone else that hasn't seen Snowpiercer.
Spoiler alert for Snowpiercer.
It is a great movie, and it's also, well, yeah, I guess Willy Wonka.
If you haven't seen Willy Wonka yet,
it's on you.
Are we talking about OG Willy Wonka?
OG Willy Wonka.
Not the new remake.
No. Gene Wilder?
Gene Wilder.
Yeah. Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka. Yeah, the OG.
Is the new Willy Wonka out yet?
Yeah, with like the prequel.
Sure.
Yeah. It's like Young Wonka.
Yeah, Young Wonka.
Yeah, that's out now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, right, obviously. Yeah.
Anyway, so I'll do just like a quick breakdown of what Snowpiercer is all about. Even if you haven't seen it yet, it doesn't, like, I'm going to spoil the movie, but it doesn't ruin the movie. It's still a great movie, and watching it in mind of it being a sequel to Willy Wonka still makes it good.
Okay. It'll be interesting to watch it in mind as a sequel to Willy Wonka, not ever seeing Snowpiercer beforehand.
Yeah, okay. Because you'll already be making the connections. Yeah. Let me just pull my notes up real quick.
That's fine.
Just so I don't forget any of these things, because I tried to jot it down as dot pointy as possible.
I'm gonna have to pull up some notes as well when I get to mine, just for...
Oh fuck, there's a lot here, dude.
Oh,
there's a lot. All right, let's just
go through them.
Go through it.
We got time.
Okay, so both movies follow groups of people moving through a fantastical structure, right? You got this. I should probably explain Snowpiercer first, right?
Sure.
Snowpiercer. There's
Here's the footnotes.
Big long train that just keeps going. It's self-sustaining. The whole world is frozen over because global warming. They tried to release this gas to lower the temperature, and it ended up freezing Earth over essentially.
Okay.
So then they built this big super train. People live on it, and it's just you got all the upper class in the front of the train, all the lower class in the back, all the scrubs, and that's kind of the whole premise of the movie. And the train is run by this guy called Wilfred.
Wilfred.
He's Wilfred. He's the great Wilfred. Like all praise Wilfred.
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 Yeah, I'll get to that.
Okay. Yeah.
So anyways, it follows groups of people moving through these fantastical structures because they're moving through the train and they're moving through Willy Wonka's factory, like room by room. And as they move through these places, they slowly lose people until there's just one at the end. Which is obviously Charlie in Willy Wonka, and it's our protagonist played by Chris Evans. Curtis is his name in Snowpiercer. He's the one that makes it to the very end of the train. And then they find out at the end, big spoilers here, they find out at the end that it was all a test to find a new successor.
Okay.
So the Wilfred in Snowpiercer is Charlie Bucket.
Right. Yeah.
So he took over the factory after Willy Wonka gave it to him, because Wilfred's played by Ed Harris in Snowpiercer, so he's older, and obviously the whole idea is once he took over the factory, he got access to all this fantastical equipment that Willy Wonka has. Found out that they were going to release this gas that was going to freeze the earth over, so he built this train, self-sustaining, just like Willy Wonka's factory was all self-sustaining. No one goes in, no one comes out.
Yeah.
So he built it. So let me check this. Yeah. So it was all test by the end. Just a little side note, as a fun parallel, when Curtis. Oh yeah, when Wilfred in Snowpiercer greets Curtis, he says, "Curtis, my dear boy." And when Willy talks to Charlie, he calls him my boy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a similar way of speaking to these people. Wonka specialized in state-of-the-art food production and experimental modes of transport. In Snowpiercer, obviously the train is the experimental mode of transport, but there's also a lot of experimental foods.
I was going to say, is it the flipped around in Snowpiercer? It's state-of-the-art transport and then experimental foods?
Well, kind of. There's experimental foods.
Okay.
Because all the people in the lower class of the train eat these like protein jelly block looking things made from cockroaches.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, that's a bit of another spoiler. But yeah, he finds that out later further down the train where the food's getting processed.
Yeah.
But that also ties in because Curtis, our protagonist, finds notes in this food, much like the golden ticket was in the chocolate bar.
Yeah.
So another kind of parallel, a little bit of a stretch, but similar like leaving messages.
Like these notes started the quest for him?
That's right, yeah. That's what set him on the path to get there, and it was all planned by Wilfred, the head of the train.
Yep.
Yeah, so in Willy Wonka, after Charlie inherits the factory, he takes on a new name, Wilfred.
Yeah.
To sort of tie in Willy Wonka, Wilfred Wonka.
Yeah.
You know, just to keep the legacy alive, the Wonka legacy alive. Hence the name change.
Yeah.
So that's another little brief scene in the original Willy Wonka that shows Charlie in school learning about science and chemicals and stuff, which sort of ties into the fact that if Wilfred is the older Charlie, that he would have been aware that this gas they're about to have released onto the earth would have been a bad idea.
Yeah.
Which put him on this path of building this train. So kind of foreshadowing.
The basic science that he learned in elementary school.
Look, it's a bit of a stretch, but there is a connection.
Yeah, I can see that.
Wilfred mentions about a balance of like fear and chaos and everything, and Willy Wonka's all about that.
He's all about fear and chaos.
Yeah.
Just look at the tunnel scene.
Yeah. So very similar. Like he would have learned that from Willy Wonka. That whole like we need to.
It's all the trauma that he went through going through the Willy Wonka factory.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
There's what's his name? Older actor John Hurt.
That's a guy.
Yeah. He's gone now, but he was in Snowpiercer. He plays a character called Gilliam, who is in the lower class train area with Curtis, our protagonist. Turns out by the end of the movie, he was a spy working for Wilfred. Much like how Slughorn was a spy working for Willy.
Yeah, okay.
And the theory is that Gilliam could actually be Slughorn. Is his name Slughorn?
You're telling
Slugworth.
Slugworth. Yeah.
It could be Slugworth because the ages kind of match up.
Yeah.
Because Gilliam is older than Wilfred, as Slugworth was older than Charlie.
Yeah.
And so, and Wilfred refers to Gilliam, or Slugworth, as an old friend. So it's like, I like that part of it. Oh, and Gilliam also says that he's a former shadow of his old self or something, or he's a shadow of his former self. Yeah. So kind of, again, implying that he was something else beforehand, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip over that. There's a bit talking about the people that help Wilfred run the train. A couple of them kind of relate to the other kids that were in the factory.
Oh, okay. I think I'd say something about Oompa Loompas there.
No. There is, though. That's the biggest part.
That's the biggest thing?
Loompa, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I'll go to that. And yeah, here. So, if Snowpiercer is a sequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Where are the Oompa Loompas?
They didn't freeze to death with everyone else?
No. So the whole way the train works, or the whole reason this sort of quest is getting not put on. The whole reason Curtis is trying to get through the train is a couple of kids were taken from the lower class.
Okay.
And it happens every so often, a couple of kids get taken. But they have to be a certain height, right? They get measured, yep, you're the right height, you're coming. And Curtis finds out at the end that those kids get put in a little compartment because they have to manually help operate the engine for the train to keep going.
Right, okay.
And Wilfred, who runs the whole train, mentions that the part that used to do that job went extinct. Uses that terminology, it went extinct.
It went extinct.
Which is the
Oompa
Oompa Loompas.
Yeah, right. So the last Oompa Loompa died, so now they need children.
That's right. And they have to be that certain height that fits the Oompa Loompa height restrictions and all
What
that.
happens when the children grow? Do they like...
They get another kid. What
happens to that kid?
Probably kills him.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. It's like big reveal at the end of the movie, so massive spoilers for Snowpiercer, sorry. But
We did warn you.
But if you watch it knowing all this and knowing how, there's a lot more to it than that. It's a good movie, like that's just the dot points of the movie, but there's heaps more that happens in it. It's a really well made movie. It's directed by, can't remember his name. Did you watch Parasite, Korean movie?
No. I know the movie.
Same director.
Okay.
But it's not a Korean movie. Snowpiercer's an American movie. But same director. But yeah, really well made movie. There's probably bits I missed. I probably butchered that whole theory. But I got the key points out.
Well, for someone who hasn't seen Snowpiercer, that made a lot of sense.
Yeah, and if you have seen Snowpiercer, you're probably going, holy shit. Because, and if you rewatch it, or if you're watching it for the first time and you're thinking, all right, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and you're trying to see these connections, you'll see the connections. And it's wild.
I like that.
Yeah. But yeah, watch Snowpiercer, it's a good movie.
Yeah, I need to. It's on the list.
Anyway, you're connected.
My connected. So I don't have notes, but I need to look up a couple of character names that I just can't remember.
That's right. Yeah, sorry, I went on a bit.
No, that's fine.
Tried to keep it as quick as I could.
You did well.
Just go watch the YouTube video that Rhino Stu done, because he breaks it all down way better than that. I used that video to take my notes. So just go watch that.
Yes. So I can't remember where I heard this theory. I can't remember the user. It might have been either a short or a TikTok. It was just really brief.
Yep.
But I saw it and I thought it was great. So just bear with me for a second. I need to get...
He's doing important stuff. He's figuring it out.
I'm just trying to figure out names.
It does help. It does help to know names.
Is it that one? Hang on. Yeah. If I don't have the names, I know the character, but...
While we wait.
Cheers. Okay, so my theory is about, and if you've heard this one before, awesome. If not, welcome.
Strap in. Strap on.
Strap in and strap on. I don't think there's going to be many spoilers for this one. I don't think. No, not any major ones or anything. But so Billy Madison, Con Air, and The Big Lebowski.
So 2 movies with Adam Sandler, 1 without.
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Wait, what? Adam Sandler?
He's in Con Air, isn't he?
Is he?
Pretty sure.
Probably.
Is he not?
I can't remember. No, I can't remember. You've got me doubting myself.
I swear. Oh no, I'm thinking of Airheads.
You're thinking of it. That is another great film. I do really like that film.
Wait, who's in Con Air?
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, and he's in Airheads. Is he?
No. That's Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, I'm getting way confused.
Where the fuck are you?
There's my connected universe.
Jesus Christ, that's ridiculously connected. Anyway. So
that's how my brain works.
But the actor that is in all 3 is Steve Buscemi.
Right. Okay.
So so this is the timeline that I heard. So it starts off with Billy Madison.
Yep.
So there's a scene in Billy Madison's...
Great scene.
Yeah, it's a great scene. I haven't even said it yet.
Okay, do it.
So Billy Madison, for those that don't know, the movie is about Adam Sandler goes back to school to prove that he's not an idiot to his father so he can inherit the business, yada, yada, yada.
Back to school to prove to daddy that he's not a fool.
Yeah, exactly. It's all on the song. And there's this one part where he's ringing up people that he used to bully back in school when he was actually in school and apologizing, and actually heartfelt apologizes because he realizes how much of a dick he was. And one was Steve Buscemi. And I don't know what the character name is, you only see him in there twice. And he rings Steve Buscemi and he says, "Hi, I'm Billy Madison. I bullied you back in school. I just want to apologize. It was blah, 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 blah." And Steve Buscemi's just like, "Okay, thanks," hang it up. And then you see him turn over to a list, and there's a list of all these names, and it's a hit list, and he crosses off Billy Madison, and then he goes back and puts lipstick on. That's got nothing to do with it.
It's such a good scene.
It's such a good scene.
It's so dramatic for no reason.
And at the end of the film, the main bad guy in it gets shot, and you see Steve Buscemi. Spoilers. We told you this. Well, basically saves Billy Madison's life, kind of thing. Anyway, in Con Air, Steve Buscemi is the main criminal that they've got locked up in the plane, and he's all like Hannibal Lectered up, and he's behind like glass and all that sort of stuff, and he's the main cargo that they're taking, and then the plane crashes and all that sort of stuff. So in between Billy Madison and Con Air, Steve Buscemi went through that list.
Hell yeah.
And
let's watch that movie.
I want to see that movie. And one by one took out his targets, and got a taste for it, and got really good at it, and then finally got caught, and that's why he's the big bad guy in Con Air.
Yep.
Anyway, so after Con Air, they all escape, all that sort of stuff. I'm pretty sure I haven't actually seen Con Air, but going from this theory. Spoilers on me.
Continue.
He gets out and he starts a new life. And the new life, so in Con Air, he was Garland.
Yep.
But
in The Lebowski, which is a fantastic movie.
It's an amazing movie. In The Big Lebowski, he is known as Theodore.
Or Ted. Yeah.
Theo. What do they call him in the movie?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
But I think the last time I watched it, I just put it on for background.
Yeah.
I've seen this before. I just want to catch the funny bits.
But the funny thing is, because we can't remember what his name is in The Big Lebowski. I'll get to that in a sec. So, The Big Lebowski, he's come in, he's started a new life, he's changed his identity, but he's still got a taste for murder. And he joins the bowling team with the dude and
John Goodman.
I'm so bad with names.
Yeah.
And he lays low, and he's living that life now. He's bowling. He's kind of turned over a new leaf.
Trying to blend in.
Yeah. Or has he? Because in the scenes in The Big Lebowski, when he's bowling, he's always wearing a different bowler's shirt, and it's never got the same name on it.
Yeah, right.
So
he's taken other people's shirts.
The theory is he's hanging around the bowling alley and taking out the people from the alley, stealing their shirts, and then or going to other bowling alleys, and he's wearing those shirts. None of them have the same name. None of them have his name on it.
Yeah, right.
So
I like that.
It started off as Billy Madison, and then it sort of ends in The Big Lebowski when
we need to see
spoilers. He dies.
We need to see that movie, like the just that character's whole story
whole
up
arc.
to that.
Yeah.
Cut all the bits out we know. Just hit the bits we haven't seen.
Yeah.
Actually, that reminds me. Have you watched any of the Miracle Worker seasons?
No.
Daniel Radcliffe and Steve Buscemi and some other actors, but they're like the big name actors in it. It's an anthology series.
Okay.
I think there's 4 seasons, but each season's like a whole new, sort of a whole new point in time, but with the same actors playing new characters.
Yep.
Kind of thing. So the first season takes off in heaven. And Dan Radcliffe plays like an angel, but he's like got to always be like fulfilling people's prayers and stuff. So he's like kind of working in an office more or less.
Oh yeah.
And Steve Buscemi plays God.
Oh nice.
And it's really good. Second season, second season goes to like the medieval times.
Yep.
Dan Radcliffe plays. Oh shit! I can't remember what he plays in that. season, but Steve Buscemi plays a shit shoveler.
Nice.
Like his last name is shit shoveler. That's his whole job, his profession. So he went from God to shit shoveler. Third season is Western.
Yeah.
And Steve Buscemi plays Benny the Teen.
Benny the Teen.
So Billy the Kid, he's Benny the Teen.
Benny the Teen.
Because he got notorious when he was a teenager, but
Yeah.
now he's an old man. And Dan Radcliffe plays a priest. And then the fourth season is like Mad Max Wasteland.
Oh, nice.
And
I got to get onto this.
Steve Buscemi, like Dan Radcliffe plays like Mad Max essentially. But he meets with like another, because there's a female, I can't remember her name, but she's in every season as well.
Yeah.
And she plays like a warrior as well out in the wasteland. They end up getting together, and they settle down in like this little wasteland town.
Yeah, I know.
And Steve Buscemi plays like a junkyard trader, but he's got like the top hat.
I
And
think
he's like,
I think I've seen some clips of that.
it's
Yeah.
such a good season. But
Yeah.
that's the final season. But yeah, just talking about Steve Buscemi reminded me of how good he was.
I got to
across
suss it out.
whole-
What's it called again?
Miracle Workers.
Miracle Workers. I like it. Hold that thought for a second.
Okay.
Pause.
Well, it's just you and me now. As long as we don't hear Dylan, because he's still mic'd up. Dylan might cut this whole part out. But if he doesn't, if we can't hear him, if he's able to differentiate these microphones, it's just us. So hopefully you've been well. Hopefully you're enjoying the podcast over a barrel. You know, it's a little bit of a slow burn, but we're just here to keep you company, you know, keep you entertained. Just have a good time, really. That battery just died. That camera died, and that one's about to die.
Actual.
Yeah.
Short podcast tonight then. Well, the other camera died, so this is just going to be a short podcast tonight.
We'll do better next time.
We'll do better next time. We'll actually charge our hardware.
Yeah. I mean, at least we got through all the stuff we wanted to talk about.
We did. Thank you all for coming. It's been fun. Tune in next week, I guess, for the next podcast.
Yeah, where it'll be a full-length podcast.
Full-length podcast.
We'll do an extra 15 minutes.
No, we won't.
It'll be a full-length podcast. Let's go, it's about to die, come on.
Come on. All right, thank you all. Have a good time zone wherever you are in the world. And good night and cheers.
Yeah, cheers.